It's August 11th. The judgment upon Judah actually occurred in stages. The first stage, of which we read on August 6th, was in 603 BC, when Nebuchadnezzar took some of the items from the temple and some of Judah's nobility, including Daniel, back to Babylon. A second stage occurs in today's reading. It's 6 years later, 597 BC, and we see the Babylonian king's army once again arrive in Jerusalem, depose Judah's wicked king Jehoiakim, take him as a prisoner to Babylon, and set up his son Jehoiachin as a puppet king in Jerusalem. It's still 10 years before the burning of Jerusalem and the destruction of the temple. We'll read of that on August 26th. Well, watching this sequence of events is painful, but as this process plays out, the Lord provides a fascinating piece of information in Jeremiah 23, 5-6 about Israel's distant future. As we've read in recent readings, God previously revealed that the coming Messiah, David's descendant, will one day rule not just Israel, but also the whole world. And today we read, "Behold, the days come, says Yahweh, that I will raise to David a righteous branch, and he will reign as king and deal wisely, and will execute justice and righteousness in the land. In his days Judah will be saved, and Israel will dwell safely. This is his name by which he will be called, Yahweh, our righteousness." While some would interpret this name of the Messiah as a description of what he will accomplish, that he will provide justice and salvation and deliverance from Israel's enemies, the words used in this passage are Yahweh Sidkenu, which literally means Yahweh, who is our righteousness. So this name of the Messiah is not just a description of what he does, that he provides deliverance from Israel's enemies, but it is the name of who he is. He is God. So Jeremiah reveals an amazing fact regarding the Messiah, one that didn't appear to register to the religious leaders of the day. He revealed that the Messiah would be divine in nature. The Messiah will actually be God. The groupings of our daily readings, because they are chronological, allow us to see how these events play out over time in the lives of the nation and in the lives of the people. They show us that the erosion of Israel and Judah's spiritual condition didn't happen overnight. It was a process. Likewise, their judgment was also a process. It took decades, and there were multiple chances for it to be avoided. And we also see that God's ultimate plan for the nations, that culminates in the incarnation, is unveiled sequentially and in disparate and seemingly unconnected pieces. In most prophetic literature, the big picture of what God is doing isn't written on bold letters on a billboard, and it isn't always easy to piece together. It certainly can be done, but it requires effort. We have to be willing to listen, to learn, and appreciate the way God moves intentionally, sequentially, and consistently throughout the course of history and throughout the course of our lives. Here's today's application. Have you ever kept a journal? Well, one of the reasons that we've built a journal feature into this website is that a journal can help in ways that no other tool can. It helps to record your thoughts, your prayers, and chronicle, and even chart how God works in your life to answer those prayers. It helps you see the patterns that develop over time. It provides context. It can greatly enhance and deepen your relationship with God. If you haven't yet done so, begin to journal today. You may be surprised at how helpful it can be. Now here's today's prayer.